been working full time in building this business on the side. And anybody knows that started a side hustle in business, like it's not an easy thing to do, right? We're already working 40, 50 hours a week as a PT to be able to build this on the side. I mean, that takes a lot of work and energy. And so what has that been like? And just take us through that to present day. Cause I mean, you've created a very good living for yourself doing this as a side business to working as a physical therapist in a clinic as well.
Yeah. I accredit it to just I've always worked. Even as a kid, I was always working to make the spending money that I had, and I just am used to having that commitment, and I like not relying on other people. So I'll always take it upon myself to make the funds I need to buy the things that I want. And so yeah, we talked about this a little bit. At one point, I was working 3 different jobs in grad school. I was in grad school full time, which we all know is a huge time commitment. I was working in person as the personal trainer. I had started the business and was growing it. And I wanted to propose to my now wife, and I didn't have the funds. So I said, how do I get the funds? So I worked, I didn't have time during the day. The only time I had was at night. So I worked overnight shifts, unloading freight trucks for 8-hour shifts, 3 days a week, get out of school at 5, have to be at work at 9 p.m. So you're doing all your classwork, trying to sleep, trying to eat dinner, going to sleep, getting up, being at the dock at 9, and then working until 6 a.m., getting home, sleeping for 30, 40 minutes, and then back at class at 8 a.m. Was it sustainable? Absolutely not. Would I advise anyone else to do it? No, but it accomplished the goal. I made enough money to buy the ring, and then I quit. So, it's something you will always find the time if you are passionate enough about it. I was passionate enough about my now wife, and it paid off because I proposed and now I'm married. I'm passionate enough about my business and helping people, beyond physical therapy, and then look what our business has done. I mean, you'll find the time if you really, really care enough about it.
Yeah. I mean, something we can take from that as well is if you have a very clear, concise goal of where you're going as well. That makes it much easier to put in the work. But if you're aimlessly going after something and you don't really know the direction that you're going, it makes it very hard to put in that extra work. And so, I mean, you had a clear defined goal. I got to get the ring, man. And you worked and you did what you had to do to get there. So now, I mean, to present day, you work at a clinic and you do this on the side. Like, what does a typical week look like for you?
Yeah, so luckily my boss has been very, very flexible with me about my schedule. He's been very understanding, and they allow me to advertise for my business in the clinic. So this is a group, dynamic that I really love. So what I do is I work 2 long shifts Monday, Wednesday, 2 short shifts Tuesday and Friday, and I'm entirely off from the clinic on Thursday. And then I just load up that Thursday with as many, training clients as possible. And then I do, so that's all in person. Saturday mornings, I handle a couple people in person. And then my Sundays, I pretty much dedicate to all my remote clients. So you can see there's not really a day off, which I would eventually love to change, but I'm in that period where I need both aspects to be financially where I want to be. And I'm willing to make that sacrifice now so that long term I can live a little bit more comfortably.
Yeah. So, I mean, so where do you want to go in the future?
In the future, I would love to just solely be ATP Performance. We talked about a little bit. I'm not going to be in Delaware forever, and when we move, I would love to have the funds saved up from the business to invest in my own space and run everything out of my own space. Cash, gym-based physical therapy, niche and bodybuilding, but also just the active aging population. And then, continue with the remote as well, because there's so much room for growth when you're looking at the entire globe as a potential client.